invisible illnesses, realize that you can still lead a pretty healthy and active lifestyle. It's just not going to be the one you had envisioned for yourself. But honestly, I don't know a whole lot of people who are living the lives that they had envisioned for themselves. But I talked about this a few months ago, like 4 months ago, and I just think it's important. And based on conversations I've been having with people lately, look, a lot of people are feeling extra insecure with, well, everything. Everything is just going crazy right now. So this information is from tinybuddha.com. Lori Deshane has a great quote. We can't hate ourselves into a version of ourselves we can love. Well, of course you can't. But a lot of people, that's what they try to do. And obviously that's not very effective. So let's talk about this. What do you do? What do you need to remind yourself of when you feel like you're not enough? Well, the first thing you need to ask yourself is not enough for who? Whose measuring stick are you looking at? Is this somebody who really truly matters to you? That's honestly, that's not from Tiny Buddha. That's actually from a guy named Trent Shelton, but it's a really good question. Not good enough for who? Whose standards? Are they yours? Because that's the only standard you should worry about. Unless you're like me and then you try to worry about God's standards as well. But anyway, let's get into this. Number one, no comparison. Don't compare yourself to other people. You have no idea what goes on behind closed doors. All you know is what they've chosen to show you. And you know what? Whoever you're comparing yourself to, I guarantee you this is a struggle for them too. There's somebody prettier, more fit, more successful, more money, whatever it is that you want, better parent. Whatever it is that you desire, there's someone out there's always going to be better, and that person is always going to be envying somebody else too. Don't be envious of other people, because you know what? All of us have the same challenges, the same struggles. We're just trying to get through our days and make our lives as comfortable and happy as we can. So don't be envious. And you know what? Further, this wasn't in their article either, but success leaves a trail. If you want what that person has, figure out how they got from point A to point B. It's both that simple and that complicated. Number two, you need to remember that your inner voice lies to you. That voice is hopelessly biased. It's usually wildly, not inaccurate. What's the word? Hyperbolic. It's just, it's exaggerations. Your thoughts don't equal the truth. Just because you have a thought, you don't have to believe it. Just go, wow, okay, that was freaking weird, and let it go. Number three, you do far more right than you do wrong. So stop focusing on your perceived shortcomings. Make the choice to focus on your strengths. I don't care who you are. You have something that you're good at. You have something, and it may not be real obvious, because I used to struggle with this. Well, I'm not good at anything. Sure, I am. I'm good at lots of things. So you have to find something to hang your hat on. I don't remember what else I was going to say, but it's a choice. You can choose to focus on the things that you feel are wrong with you, or you can choose to focus on the things about yourself that you like. And you know what? You should build up on those things, because if you like those characteristics in your personality, other people probably do too. Excuse me. Number four, you need to give yourself grace even when you don't feel like you deserve it. In fact, that's when it's most important for you to offer yourself grace. Now, when you're really depressed, when you're full of anxiety, when you're angry, when you feel wronged, it can be hard to remember that. But you need to allow the people in your life, you need to allow them to lift you up. I am so bad at asking my friends for help. I really am. Um, it's actually been an issue with a few of them, because they're like, what the hell? You can call me. I know. But I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to, everyone's got their own problems. They don't need mine. Excuse me. But I'll tell you, when I start really getting concerned about myself, I reach out to somebody. You have to allow the people around you to love you. Number five, you need to accept who you are right now. Look, maybe your life's not where you want it to be, but you know what? You've made it this far. You're doing a lot of stuff right, or you wouldn't have made it this far. And really one of the greatest gifts we have in this world is our ability to make changes. You need to accept where you are. You cannot grow. You can't grow from a place of hatred. You have to find some little spark in you that you care about enough to nurture and develop. But you have to accept where you are right now because where you're at, you're the one responsible for it. It may not be pleasant, but again, you're the only one who can change it. But you can't change it until you face reality and accept where you are. Number 6, this is a tough one for most of us. Look, human beings are wired for instant gratification, but you need to focus on your progress, not on your destination. If you're working towards a big goal, it's so easy to sit there and go, gosh, damn, I've been working on this and working on, look how far my goal is. But what we very rarely do is look behind us and go, wow, look at all the foundation that I've built. Look at all the work I've done to get myself to where I'm at today. Excuse me. You have to celebrate your small wins. Look, if you don't celebrate yourself, nobody else is going to celebrate you. And if you don't celebrate the small things, you're not going to do a lot of celebrating because the big things just don't come along very often. Celebrate your small wins. Look, progress is progress. Even if it's a snail's pace, if you're a little better today than you were yesterday, then you're doing really good. And you know what? If you stumble, if you fall, which you're going to, that's inevitable. No big deal. It's just a learning experience. Now you know that that particular method doesn't work for you. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, regroup. You can reach out. It's a good time to reach out to your support system, but just regroup and move on. We have such a weird emotional thing around failure, but failure really, it's just simply feedback. That's all it is. Finally, number 7, self criticism is never going to take you anywhere good. That negative self talk, look, it's just going to drag you down. You know that. You know that. Yeah, you need to be kind to yourself. Look, if you're not going to be kind to yourself, why would anybody else be kind to you? If you don't like yourself enough to be kind to yourself, why in the hell would anybody else find something attractive about you? You have to like yourself. Yes, I'm being bossy, but you do. And I say this as somebody who really struggled with this, frankly, for most of my life. But you're doing stuff right. You have to focus on that. You need to challenge your irrational thoughts. My favorite one is when I hear people say, well, I never do anything right. Really? Really? You learn to walk, you learn to talk. There's 2 things. If you're a functioning adult human being, there's probably a lot of things that you do right, but we have a negative bias. We focus on what we don't like about ourselves. You need to, and I know it sounds cheesy, but it's effective. When that inner critic starts, just very firmly tell yourself that's not true because you know it's not true. Nobody is ever going to be as harsh of a critic on you as you are of yourself. But anyway, I know this is a huge shocker, but I don't feel very good today. So I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. I will be back. Oh, no, I won't be back Monday at 11 o'clock. I don't know what time I'll be on Monday because I fly out Monday night and I've got appointments most of the day Monday. It'll either be just a quick on and off or I won't video Monday. I probably won't video Monday. I'm going to leave it at that. If I get one in, great, but I'm not going to add any stress to my day because I've got a lot to do. Anyway, y'all take care. Worst case scenario, I will be back Wednesday no, it won't be 11 o'clock Alaska time. I don't know what time. I'm not going to be in Alaska, so I don't want to be tied to Alaska time. Anyway, I'll be back Wednesday at some point.